One of the best of best is inspirational guidance, and we're excited to be kicking off with our youth engagement discussions with young people that we're interested in hearing how they're getting on and feeling during this current time since COVID-19 has started. We have with us today the first young lady, Savannah.
Hey, my name's Savannah, and I've been working with Lanor for the past year, do it on the Youth Social Action project, and I've just qualified as a teacher in post 16 as well.
Thank you, Savannah, and thank you for agreeing to talk with me, just to share some of your experience in these once-in-a-lifetime times for majority of us, for all of us, I do believe, to see what impact it's actually had on our young people. And as I said, this is the first of a series of one-to-one and small group chats that BiG will be conducting. Get stuck in. First thing I would like to ask is, in your own words, what is your own personal experience with COVID-19 in terms of the challenges that it's presented for you, any opportunities that's come out of that?
I would say one of the main challenges has been finishing my course, my teacher training course, because when it first all started and we first went into lockdown, there was a lot of changes made to the way that we was going to be assessed. We couldn't be in the classroom, so I wasn't able to get all my teaching hours. I wasn't able to get all my observations. So it just really impacted me in that way. Like a lot of things, like in terms of assessment, had to change. I didn't get to say goodbye to my classes either, so that was very, very sad. In terms of opportunities, like it has helped me to work on my personal development, my own personal development. So like stuff that I wanted to do, for example, like an online business course, I've had the time to actually do research about it and find out where I can do it, do the course, and other little stuff that I wanted to do that I didn't have time to do.
I think it's fantastic that you have kind of identified some opportunities where you realise you've got more time on your hand, which has allowed you to have a little think about your own personal development. How can you best use this time? Physical and mental health. How has that affected your physical and mental health, do you think, in your own words?
Mentally, I would probably just say in the beginning, not so much now. I was just really like demotivated. Couple of days not wanting to get out of bed and stuff like that. But I just have to overcome that, which I did. And in terms of physical health, a lot of people say this, and it might be a bit cliche, but I've been able to find time to have a healthier diet and working out and stuff like that. So it's allowed me to get into working out and eating healthier and stuff like that.
Okay. What do you miss most about the impact of COVID-19? What do you miss most?
I'm not gonna lie, I miss going to work, which is really weird because people probably love not going to work, but I want to go back to work. I'm tired of just sitting here at the table every single day. I need a change of scenery. When you're at work, like no day's the same sort of thing. At home, you sit down, you're doing it every day.
Yeah. No, I get that. I understand that. Do you think because of COVID, the current COVID-19 season that we're in, it has made you more resilient, or has it made you more vulnerable?
Maybe a little bit of both. Yeah, maybe a little bit of both. In terms of like, it's made me more resilient because like it's made me more like hard on myself, sort of thing. Like I know I need to get it done, and there's nobody that's gonna like. When I'm at uni, there's people that will be on my back to get it done, but there's no one here to do that. So yeah, like it's made me appreciate structure and timing and deadlines and stuff like that.
What about any other areas of your life? You think it's made you more resilient for, we're all in a different world right now.
Maybe in terms of moving out. Yeah, it's made me want to move out. It's made me look at what things I need to change and stuff like that in order to get to where I want to be in September, say September, October. It's made me think, okay, this is where I want to be in September. This is what I want to do. What am I going to do to get to that point? Like, I can't just be at home doing next to nothing. I need to get up and work towards those goals. So yeah.
Okay, made you more focused. I've been hearing a lot.
I would say at times, yeah. But there are times, bringing into why it's made me a bit vulnerable, because there are times where, like I said previously, I just can't be bothered. Whether it be to get out of bed or to do the piece of work that needs to be done and stuff like that.
Obviously, you're somebody who I see as quite driven, and you've just made it known that it's only natural, even with people that are driven, to feel a little bit isolated and demotivated at this time that we're in. So what would you say to, a younger peer, somebody who you know that is maybe a little bit demotivated for different reasons, that they had challenges with finding work anyway, everything that seemed like it was stacked against them?
I think what's helped me the most is just realising that we're going through like the whole world is going through a tough time right now, and it's not going to last. Eventually, it might take a long time, but eventually it will get back to normal. But it's not going to last. You just need to be proactive. Nobody else is going to do it for you, sort of thing. So you need to get up and you need to do it, sort of thing, because nobody's going to sit down and do it for you. It's only you're your only obstacle, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's also, if you flip it, it's an opportunity for people to see themselves as on the same playing field as maybe someone that they thought was ahead of them?
Yeah, I guess so, but I wouldn't say on the same playing field, so to speak, because there are people that will be ahead of an individual. Like they might have more qualifications, more experience and stuff like that. But it's for that individual to put in that little bit more effort, and not be knocked down by the rejections and stuff like that. I have a friend who graduated the same time as me, and he's finding it very, very hard to get a graduate job. And as you would imagine, it's knocking his confidence and stuff like that. But I just have to keep reminding him something will come up eventually. You just got to stick with it, keep applying.
For that example that you just mentioned is why, obviously, not in terms of qualifications, because again, I think it's easy because the world has made people kind of judge and see themselves based on qualifications. The whole system, qualifications is important. Let's not play it down. It's important, but I think the system has kind of been geared towards people that have not got as high qualification as others to put themselves in a different category, and that has had an impact, a negative impact on their self-belief and self-esteem. And that's what I mean. A lot of people, as you just mentioned with your friend who has qualification, now there's people that's had jobs and because of the current climate, they've lost jobs,
Yeah.
lost what they've worked hard for. And my point being, it's a strange place that we're in at the moment, and it is an opportunity for maybe for people to see themselves in the same pile in terms of where people are at this current time. Whether you've got qualifications, whether you had a good job and now you've been furloughed or you've lost your job, you know, in essence, everybody is on the same kind of level in what they want to then do with their lives, how they can take that forward, whether you've got qualifications or not, if that makes sense. That was my point, meaning in terms
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And this one is more to do with like impact on education or not. Do you think, from your own personal opinion, if you ain't got a view, it's fine. Do you think that all key stage age groups are getting enough support with their education during this COVID-19 season?
I'm going to say no, actually, because it varies. I've got a kind of like 3 different perspectives, and looking at all of them, I'm going to say no. With my college, where I done my placement, I would say that college, I can't say that key stage because I don't know all of the colleges in the UK, but that college, I feel like they are giving a lot of support to their students. They're doing a lot to support their students. However, on the other hand, now I have my little brother who's in year 11, and it's just like they don't really care about year 11s. I don't know if it's just his school or what, but it's just like I don't really see much support there. He's transitioning to college, but I don't really see any support with that transition or anything like that. Whereas he would have had that if he was still at school. And then again, with that college as well, from what I've heard, there hasn't been much contact and stuff like that to ease the transitioning period. The college that I'm going to be working with in September, I would say they're supporting their students a lot. My sister goes to that college as well, so I have a little insight as to how they're helping their students and stuff. So I would say they are supporting. But then again, on the flip side, I have little cousins, and from what I've seen and what their parents have told me, the schools aren't really supporting them as much as they could be. So I don't know, yes, but no.
If you could, in everything that you've been hearing, if you could say, name one thing that you think that the schools could be doing better in supporting the students at all levels, including the year 11s who are transitioning, what could that be?
I want to see do online sessions, but
there are a lot of students, families who ain't equipped to do work at home. They've got broadbands, they haven't got laptops, they haven't got computers, or one computer between the whole family.
I do understand that, definitely. I did have students in my class that didn't have access to computers and stuff. My college were generous enough to actually lend them a laptop. So that could be something that schools done. Alternatively, the teachers, the schools could print out the work and post it to the students. They can do it on paper, go back to the old-fashioned way. They can do it on paper and post it back or something, deliver it to the school or something like that. I think there's ways to get around these stuff. But obviously, it's new to everybody. It's very, very new. So.
And also, again, it's not so much what we think about it. Again, it's the resources. It's how hard and dedicated they are. But they're pulled from pillar to post, and are working harder, trying to engage and teach the kids. So it is a challenging one, and I think it's something that we've got to keep looking to problem solve and having discussions. But thank you, Savannah, for those views. And equally, and the last question is similar sort of question, but for young people that's not in employment, education, or training. Do you think, or do you have a view on whether this current climate is doing enough to support vulnerable young adults?
Do voluntary work with the council, but they've kind of put the work with young people on hold. Well, the side that I work on, a lot of it is coming into contact with young children, like mentoring them and stuff. So stuff like that and social distancing and all of that doesn't really work. So they just have to put it on pause.
And lastly, I mean, any ideas on how we can do that online? Obviously, there's pros and cons about doing things online. I do believe most young people are online. It's their world. It's something that BiG is excited to try and meet them in their own world.
First thing that comes to mind is just being relatable sort of thing. So stuff that they're interested in, for the company to show an interest in it, because it will engage them. They'll see, okay, this company's for what I'm for. This company's interested in what I'm interested in. So let me see what they're more about, sort of thing.
Okay. Well, thank you, Savannah, for your time. We very much appreciate it. We are interested in speaking to a variety, different diverse individuals. Young people are the future. We are a world of different people, and we need to hear the views, and we need to cater, and we need to allow all different young people to express their talent. Everyone's got an X factor to make this world a better place, a different place. It's down to you, youngsters, to help shape what post-COVID looks like. So we are very, very interested in hearing your views, your thoughts on how you're experiencing life so far, but what ideas you have to help shape how we move forward. I want to really spell out that you have a fantastic opportunity, everybody, to not only change the narratives of your own life during this time, as Savannah said, it is a time for reflection. How best can I improve myself? I think we all owe that to ourselves, and not only for your own narrative, but to contribute to a better place that we're living in. If you're interested in speaking to me, please do let me know. Our social media handle will follow, as it always does, and we look forward to speaking to you.